Obsessed with sounds on the track.
So I was scrolling through the digital space of the PS store, and I was looking for something to satisfy that itch that was recently filled by the current 2024 game of the year, Astrobot. I've been going back and forth on if this was like my personal favorite this year. I'm definitely on the fence. More on that in the future. I'm trying to put it together a video of my top 10 games that I beat this year. Hopefully I can get that out fairly soon. But finishing Astrobot put me in a headspace of sticking with that genre and looking for more 3D platformers I may have missed recently. So naturally, I'm a physical media guy. I do, on the other hand, take advantage of good sales that may be on digital. For one, I feel like it's a space for both, and not. I'm not one of these people that condone on how you ingest media in this day and age. When it's physically in your hands, you own that product. It's yours to do whatever you want with it. You can share it, and if you take care of it, you'll have it for years to come. On the other hand, of digital space, you are more restricted. If you lose that game, you paid for in many ways. But damn, sometimes, the prices are just right. Sometimes you don't want to pay like 30, 40, 80 on insert whatever game you choose. Resellers are taxing motherfuckers out here. Limited game companies, while I feel like they should all be appreciated for the work they do, let's be real, some of the way that they handle business is kind of suspect. Sometimes I don't want to wait 6 months just to play a certain game. So yeah, I'll just go the digital route. PlayStation had a crazy selection of games just recently between like Black Friday and the recent holidays. And it's games I've been eyeing on for a while. Limited Run just announced this game for pre-order. The PlayStation store had it for $6. Goddamn Pumpkin Jack, a cartoony action platformer. Together with his two companions, an owl and a crow, guide Jack through puzzles and 3D platforms to defeat humanity. So what I got out of this was the devil brought him back to fuck some shit up. Going into this, I'm not looking for any kind of Final Fantasy type of writing. All I want to know is, can I get my $6 of fun out of this game? And the answer to that is yeah, most definitely. It was a fun game. I liked it. Since it's December, we are close to Christmas. Unless I don't get this video out before then, let's set the mood. I fucking love when developers do shit like this, like a free skin to not change not only the attire but some of the scenery of the game. Yeah, like putting on this Santa suit with lights can change areas you are in, and some of the collectibles turn into presents, and you'll see a snowman and a random snowflake, which I thought was a dope touch. Christmas is not my favorite holiday, but I can appreciate the little details. Who's still playing Halloween type games in December? Let me know in the comment section. So let's talk about the good, because just being real, it's not a lot of bad in this game, but it's not perfect in no way. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. This is a colorful looking game. It's not a graphics behemoth, but what they made out of this game with the color patterns, it was top tier. I don't know how to describe it, but the deep dark purples, the yellows, the orange, the blues just pop. Like the colors are bright with neon settings, with the Halloween vibes. The game plays like a Crash Bandicoot, slash medieval game from the PlayStation 1 era with actually a puzzle that was close at the end that would like resemble more of the 2018 God of War. The music sounds like it was ripped right out of A Nightmare Before Christmas. Like they went all out trying to put you into that Halloween utopia state of mind. Some, mind you, I said some puzzles were fun with the right amount of challenge. On every level, you go through 2 different puzzle challenges. They all are different per level. They all are done after you exit your body and use your severed head to figure out the puzzles to proceed to the next part of the level. So, like I said, it's a puzzle per level. So you might do like a memory puzzle. You gotta look up these names on a tombstone and pair them between, with the names of the partners on the tombstone. Or kick a bomb in these like narrow planks to this wall of dynamite so you can get through this area. They had a Simon-like puzzle where you had to like watch the notes and play back the melody. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had to cheat on this one. I had to record the melody off my phone because I couldn't remember how it went. The action was simplistic. When nothing complex should be needed in a game like this, just a lot of hacking and slashing. And for the most part, the platforming was decent, but it was one of the weaker parts of the game. It was a lot of platforming in this game. A lot of unnecessary jumping onto stuff, which came off like, it was just extra fluff that wasn't needed. But let me get back to what I liked about the game, because I really did like this game, because I really did like my experience with this game. The game gives you a kill counter that I thought was a nice touch. At first, the part of the game I wasn't dying all the time, so I was trying to keep the death counter under like single digits. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to keep that going due to some terrible world building and bad platforming direction. Like, goddamn, how the fuck? My bad. I keep on getting sidetracked. I'm telling you, this game is actually very good. The bosses was good, some easier than others. I didn't have much issue with any other than the last boss because I was playing on my PlayStation Portal. I don't know what it is about me and handhelds. My eyes go cross-eyed and shit. I gotta have a screen right in my face. Nevertheless, I ended up finishing the game on my television. Some racing and environment disaster areas where you have to run and jump your way out of those. Those parts, along with some of the puzzles, were very creative. The ultimate plus for me is that it didn't wear out its welcome. It's about, let's say, 5 to 6 hour game. Not much replay value unless you want to get all the skins, but given the price of this digitally, you get your money's worth at the end of the day. Now, what I don't like about this game, it's not a lot of things this game does wrong. It honestly does nothing bad, but I had some personal gripes with the game. I could be judging it unfairly due to the fact that I played 2 top tier platformer games this year. One was Super Mario Brothers Wonder, my favorite Mario game since Mario 3, and Astrobot, which you can argue that, it was maybe the best game this year. But Pumpkin Jack plays very safe. It keeps it simple. It doesn't try to shy away from what it did from the first level to the very last. Everything is predictable. You have an area where you start where you hack and slash for a bit, then you do a tedious platforming a section, then go straight to the puzzle, then a boss. Rinse and repeat on every level. It never changed from that formula. Let me go back to the platforming. I had so many deaths because of some poor direction in the game, and also because Jack had a Michael Jordan double jump that he 60% of the time, no fault of my own, shoots over whatever platform he was aiming at. He jumps too high, and it's crazy that someone would complain about that, but I would have the dude set up for jumping to the next ledge, and he clears that bitch. It's this area where that comes up a few times in the game where I racked up at least 20 deaths easily. It's a boat sequence where you have to get on this boat. You take off. You gotta fight some enemies off you while you're riding this boat. That's no problem there. That's not the issue. But then it does this thing where the boat swings around and you have to jump onto another boat, or jump and adjust while the boat you're on is doing its thing. So honestly, you'd be thinking that would be an easy thing, all things considered. Yes, but the dude jumps too fucking high. He damn near floats, so you can't time the jumps right. Man, I died so many times dealing with that shitload of fuck on the last level, all because they buffed the shit out of the dude's jump. I mean, they could have gave him a proper jump, a proper double jump, and added some more meat to the combat. The combat isn't the best, but it's serviceable. You start off with a shovel as a weapon, and then as you beat different bosses, you unlock new weapons. That part was cool, but you get this magic type orb, and you think it would like one shot lower tier enemies, but it's no difference from one weapon to the next. So the game wasn't long, but going through some of the levels, it seemed like it would drag to like no end. They padded this game with a lot of platforming that, in my opinion, didn't seem needed. This game had a story, and it's not a good one. The devil gets bored, start fucking with people. The people of the town fights back. The devil sends Jack to, square up. You meet up with a crow that you use as a weapon, and this owl guides you through the game. It's passable, but the dialogue back and forth between the characters is pretty boring. I found myself, X-tapping the shit, trying to get back to the game parts. The comedy beats back and forth from Jack and Al wasn't, my personal thing. I mean, nothing personally I found funny. I can see that, that type of audience having a good chuckle, but it's not for me. Overall, it was decent by the number platformer. The game did nothing to offend me or made me want to turn the game off. The cheap deaths from some of the platformer sections was annoying, but it wasn't on the level of Crash Bandicoot or Astrobot, nor did it have to be. It was fun for what it is, and because of it, it didn't wear out its welcome. And push this out for like an extra 4 hours when it didn't need to. I enjoyed my time with it. So I dug the game. It's not perfect. Some things annoyed the shit out of me, but everything's not going to hit, even on the greatest of games. Overall, it kept me wanting to keep trying to get past those parts I had trouble on. Downloaded this game fairly cheap. It's coming out next year physically. Will I cop or pre-order it? Nah, I don't see myself coming back to this one. On a decent sale, maybe I'll dip into the wallet. That cover art is dope. So yeah, that was my little review on Pumpkin Jack. I didn't get too in depth with everything, but I just wanted to talk about what I liked and what I disliked about it. Decent game. Look forward to my next video, which I've been working on for quite a while right now. Well, not quite a while, just a few days. But my top 10 games I beat this year, and I'm really excited about this one. I worked hard on it, and yeah, we'll be pushing out more videos, more reviews, more games. We working down on that backlog as usual. That's the motivation for this channel. We're gonna keep that moving. And yeah, thanks for checking it out. I'm OWS the King, and see you on the next one.